Hi, I'm Michael Knight. Welcome to My Pro. Today, continuing on with the vintage progression series, the dreaded squat. If you're like me, you don't like to squat, especially if you're over 6'5", 6'6", like myself. You don't like loading your spine, it's a little uncomfortable, and it's leg day and you just shake your head. So today I'm going to try to take it and make it a little more simple for you, continuing on with the vintage progression squat. Two ways we're going to do this, two-handed and then single arm, because after today, we're going to start making sense of this as we start putting the exercise together. So, like anything else, when we want to pick it up, don't just reach down, pick it up with your back, set it over your front. You're going to straddle, grab it with two hands, whether it's a rock, whether it's a vintage dumbbell, or just a normal dumbbell. As we use our legs, come on up to the standing position to start. Try to keep them elbows and the bar away from your body, and as you come down in a nice deep squat, keeping your back neutral, give it a little grunt, or a breath out. Make sure you stop. A lot of people come up and they want to kind of do this stuff. But in here, in our series, make it easy on yourself. Stop, alignment, head still, and come on up. Good. Moving on to the single arm, same thing. You're going to clean it up with two, and then switch it into one hand. Again, keeping it away from the body. We want to bring it in. We don't want to lean. We don't want to lag. Right here, hand out for balance. Same movement. A little bit more stability needed. We're going to come down, hold it, and pop out and squeeze. Head stays still, up. What I don't want to see is when you come down, is we start doing things like this, what we see a lot of people in the gym doing, or even at home. So remember, apple on the head, hand outside for balance, weight in the heels, wiggle your toes, come on down, hold, and drive out of it. So what we don't want to see in the gym is you often see is people just going down and really playing havoc on their spine. They'll come down, and as soon as they come down, their head starts tipping down, and we're going into squats, we're leaning back, and then the other one, if you watch, I'm into a neutral spine right here. If I go any deeper, watch what happens to the back. My butt starts to turn under. I can go down there, but now I got that butt flap, and that's gonna play havoc on your sciatic nerves, your lower back, and eventually, you'll be taking a day off. Today, we're gonna start taking the objects up over our head, and this is the vintage press. A little different than normally what you've seen in gyms before, because we're actually gonna work with trying to strengthen the shoulder area and the shoulder girdle as opposed to pushing into it, which a lot of us have shoulder problems. And usually when you say something like, let's do shoulders, they say, oh, I've got a shoulder issue here, shoulder issues here. Let's try to work around those shoulder issues with the vintage press. Like anything else, when we go to pick something up, try not to go bend over at your back and pick it up, just like we learned everything else, squat down. So we're come down, pick it up with two hands, and as we use our legs, come on up to the standing position to start. So the starting point, our big three, okay? Squeeze here, squeeze my butt, and stay tight. Apple on my head. I don't want to move. I don't want no jerking around, no movement around, no trying to get it up. If it takes that to get it up, lighten the weight. So from here, it's just tight, squeeze everything tight, nothing moves, up and press. And reach out of your toes all the way up. I don't want to slouch. Everything's tight. Bring it down the same way. Tight, nothing moves, and it's a press. It's not this. Okay? Save that for a later day, different exercise, different place. Not here. So again, one more time, tight. And if you're watching me right now, you can probably notice that, hey, I can't see his mouth, I can't see his face. Then a lot of people would say that's a good thing. Anyways, we stay tight. The reason is because if I start to bring this down, it starts to bring my body forward where I don't want it to be. I always want to be upright, and this is holding it up. Anytime the bar comes down below your neck, it starts to put you in a vulnerable position. So again, keep it up, keep it tight, and don't let this move. If you're coming down, your first move is here, not good. Lock it here. It doesn't move. This is your focal point. Away from the body, not tucked in, straight, tight, one press up overhead, and bring it back down. And that ends the vintage series. So now after today, we're going to put all three together. The vintage swing, the vintage clean, the squat, and the press. We're going to put it in a circuit and start making a meaningful workout for you wherever you're at. I'm Michael Knight, My Pro. See you soon.